Remember, it's 5 o'clock here.
Oh, 5 a.m. So that's
my brain's still ticking over.
So, Tam, have you been researching to see what kind of questions you're going to ask?
No, I'm going by what you and I talked about. What about they call something.
In England. Right.
And then, of course, Bernie has some interesting stuff about what they've done. And Linda just let us in on some stuff that she's got.
Right. All right, good.
I think I might go brain deaf.
Do what?
I need a bell here.
I still don't understand her. Did you guys get it?
She said she thinks she might be brain dead.
Oh,
brain deaf.
Deaf. Okay.
Deaf, not dead. Yeah, deaf.
Brain deaf.
Hey, Janet. So Tammy was just telling us that she's going to ask people some questions about the cards they're doing, because this month this week it's on what, Tammy? Why don't you introduce the topic?
So this week it's about paying honor or tribute to our servicemen and women. Mm-hmm. As you know, a week from now is Memorial Day, so
right.
You know, and then last week was the same thing for Bernie. But Stephanie's is not till November, but she'll be prepared with the card come November.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Ours is the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month.
Oh, wow.
And our service is at 11 in the morning. Yeah.
Wow.
Ours is the same. We have two in Australia. We have Anzac Day, which is we had a month ago, which is celebration between the Australians and the New Zealand. So ANZAC stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. And then so that we celebrate that, we actually have a public holiday for that. And then we also celebrate Remembrance or commemorate Remembrance Day, the same as Stephanie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
What was it last year, Bernie, when the fires were so bad? Wasn't that?
Yeah, last year not where I am, but sort of on the Victorian coast, so on the Victorian New South Wales coast. So if you're looking at a map of Australia down this way, it's sort of down here on the coast. A lot of the fires went through there. Wow. And near where I used to live, which is about 3.5 hours from here drive, it was quite bad.
Could you smell it still or not?
No, we didn't get it down here as much. It was interesting. A friend of mine sold their house. So it was quite tricky. They sold their house, and it was in the settlement period. And the house, they're on quite a lot of land. The farm next door burnt, but there was that period. So they were doing handover on the Friday, and it was the week before, and they didn't know. Luckily nothing happened to their property, but they were in that. They didn't know what was going to happen, because had their place burnt down, who owns it, who doesn't own it.
Oh my God.
It was so they were very fortunate nothing happened.
Right.
Wow. Well, I guess it's time to say welcome everyone to another awesome Digi Chick. And before y'all get started, how about y'all introduce yourself? You want to start, Stephanie?
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I live in England, in the UK. And our Remembrance Day isn't until November, but I'm going to be well prepared now because my card's going to be made well in advance. And here in the UK, the weather has been shocking this last few days. It is absolutely pouring down, windy and cold. It's like winter, not like late spring. Wow. Anyway, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoy what we do.
All right, Bernie.
Hi, it's Bernie. I live in Melbourne in Australia, and it's now just gone 5 a.m. on Monday morning. And we're a bit the same as Stephanie. We have Anzac Day, which was in April, and we also remember people on Remembrance Day, which is November the 11th. And my card this week is quite a simple card that I've used because I've been away all weekend and had a very busy week last week. So it's quite a simple card to put together.
Cool. All right. And Linda.
Well, I'm Linda from Maryland, and My card is not simple today for me. I felt so mixed up. I'm not good at physics. I mean, spatial relationships or something, because I was all mixed up. I had a lot of notes on my card.
Oh.
But if you watch it step by step, it's not too complicated. I hope you have fun today.
All righty. Well, Patty.
No, sorry. I'm Patty. I'm not doing a card. I'm just here hanging out. Hope you all are going to enjoy what you see today. And don't forget, Tammy, maybe you can show that card. If you're interested in making this card that Tammy and I showed last week, I don't know if it's too difficult for you to show it right now. But we had this as our kit of the week. Can you show yours?
Yes, I can show it.
You get all the components to make this card. It's all ready. All you have to do is print and cut, whether you do it on a Cricut or a Silhouette. And I have a video that shows the how to use it in both. And then Tammy and I putting it together as well. Isn't that cute? I love it.
Fabulous.
And then what about the other one, the tuxedo kit?
Oh yeah, I love the tuxedo.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it too.
And this is just foam from the Dollar Tree. It cut with my Cameo. And then here's the inside. I just use foil on the bow. And then, of course, the inside.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I love that card. I really do.
Oh, I do too. That tuxedo card is something else.
They're all fun.
Hey, Linda, you know what? Oh, I see. We see you twice.
Yeah, you can hide your camera if you want to.
I did. Oh, I must have turned it back on. I'm sorry.
No problem.
That's right.
Just because we see bigger versions of y'all, but wait, I want to do it this way. There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
So, Stephanie, I have a question for you.
Oh,
As you know, Patty and I think Linda is too. I don't know about Bernie, but we are really bookworms. We love to read. Mm-hmm. So in a lot of our books, they call the police officers in the UK coppers. Is that what you still call them?
They get called a lot of things now. Bobby, coppers. If you give me a few minutes, I'll probably be able to think of lots of names for them that they use now. They do use a lot of different ones, yeah.
Oh, okay. And Bernie, what about you? What do they call police officers in Australia?
Yeah, we're a bit the same as Stephanie. We call them police officers. They also get called coppers, or in Australia we shorten everything, so they're cops. And derogatory, they're called. Some people refer to them as the pigs. Now I don't know why I'm not sure of the history of the pigs. Coppers would have come from the UK, but yeah, so derogatory term would be the pigs are coming.
Yeah, that's the same here.
I think that I didn't like saying that, but yeah, they're called pigs. They're called pigs.
Yeah, I know it's not nice, but that's
they called them that in the 60s and the 70s. Here, I don't think so much anymore. At least not where I live. They don't call them.
No, we don't even know.
No.
But where did coppers come from? I don't even know that. Does anybody?
No, I don't.
I've got a feeling it's something to do with the money, but I'm trying to remember what the coppers bit was.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, no, I don't know actually. They used to be called peelers years ago as well, but that's a real old saying.
Peelers?
Peelers, yeah.
I'll have to look that up. That's interesting.
Yep.
Kind of like peeling a potato.
No, I can't think. It's terrible. I should know my history, shouldn't I? But there is a reason for it. Don't know whether it was somebody's name. I'm not quite sure. Somebody will have to look it up for us.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So today on Linda's card, I'm seeing that she's putting some beautiful columns up.
And
What you got there, Linda?
well, this is this is a seal for our country, and the current motto of our country is like "In God We Trust." You know, it's on our dollar bills. It's on a lot of our money, and but this is e pluribus unum, and it's a Latin word that stands for out of many, one. So it's like one nation out of many nations that have come together. So what was interesting is the symbolic nature of this symbol of this particular emblem. The eagle, the bird, the eagle is like our national bird, and in one talon he's holding an olive branch for peace, and the other he's holding arrows. So it's peace through strength. And he has 13 arrows representative of our initial 13 colonies. And then every red stripe, I think there are 6 of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, represent the 6 initial countries that immigrated to form our colonies. So it was like England and France and Germany and Holland and a couple more that I forget. But anyway, it was fun learning about this eagle. And
that's awesome.
Why it was symbolic.
Hey, Joni said she used to date a cop. Don't forget, they called him the Fuzz, too.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the Fuzz.
So I have some info for you. So Robert Peel, he was the one that created a system that worked in the mid-19th century in large American cities. So they create, in American cities, they created similar police forces that he created in London. The police in London were so identified with the politician who created them that they were referred to as pillars, or some were referred to as bobbies, which was Robert's nickname.
Oh, brilliant, Tammy. Now we're having a history lesson. Yeah.
Hopefully that's one of the questions she's going to ask us.
Never know, whatever pops in my mind, I guess. So I know a lot of times when we think of people who serve, we think of mostly a lot of times just the military, but we actually have so many people that serve in different capacities. We have the policemen and the firemen and the EMTs. I mean, they all put their lives out there to help us.
And we also have horses and dogs. Animals are.
Oh, yes.
Well, on the thumbnail, I did put dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog banner. What you doing there, Bernie? I see you folding away and.
I'm a bit the same as Stephanie. So this is where this is part of the Flanders Fields is where the memorial. There's a lot of people buried there. There's a lot buried there with unknown graves. So this is the scenery. So then I've got here on this side of the card at the going down of the sun and in the morning, and then I'm going to put another bit across here that says we will remember them.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You're like me then, Bernie. That's what I've got as well. I think that's obviously quite.
So I saw you had a poppy, though, because of the poppies growing in Flanders Field, right, Stephanie?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I've got poppies. And I'm going to make a poppy as well. So there's poppies in front of the cemetery, and then I'm going to make a poppy as well.
We I don't know whether you're the same as us. Do you British Legion produce poppies and make poppies and sell them before Remembrance Day, and then the money? Are you the same? And then the money obviously goes to war veterans.
Correct. We have what's here called it's called the RSL, which is the Return Services League. So they're an organisation that in the past has looked after returning service people, and they donate, they help out people that are still in that situation. So they will make poppies and sell them, and then you can buy them. There'll be different prices. So might be a paper one for $1, and then they go up. You could, like a nice metal one might be $20 or something like that.
Yeah, that's like us. I have a poppy brooch, but every year I buy the paper poppies to actually donate. In actual fact, I found one today, so I'll show you. I'll bring it and show you. So I thought, oh, that was quite.
From that poem, I was telling them before we started that I had to learn it when I was in 5th grade, memorize it, and I still remember it. But the part that got me the most was about when it says, "We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field." Oh, that just is kind of really sad. Just short days ago, we did all this stuff. We were alive, and now we're in that. And I don't think I ever saw a picture of it that you showed, Bernie, just now. I didn't understand that they were really row upon row like that.
Yeah.
So together, and wow.
Yeah, that's one of the poppies from the poppy appeal that we buy them every year. It says poppy appeal, and when we have our service at St Paul's Cathedral there is always a service on the 11th of November, but the main service is always the nearest Sunday to the 11th. And when the service is finished, when you've got the minute silence after, they release poppy petals. Oh. So all the servicemen are there, and the poppy petals, and they're saying that a poppy petal is a life. Every poppy petal is a life that was lost in service. Very nice. And I don't know whether you knew that, Bernie, as well. You know the graves, they say they've got a poppy on them as an emblem, and it's supposed to be for eternal sleep.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
Where is Flanders Field? I don't even know.
I thought it was always in France, but it's in Belgium, just near Burgess in Belgium.
Yeah, it's on the border. It's on the border. The fight was on the border of Belgium and northern France.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you need to ask Linda a question, maybe, Tammy, if you got any for her. She's being awfully quiet over there.
Because I was trying to close my blinds. That was so bright in here. I had to stop working on my card for a minute. We had the windows washed last week.
Oh, jeez.
And so everything was. I haven't put everything back together yet. Everything. Anyway, getting there. Yikes.
So, Linda, do you know of anywhere in the States that they do a big memorial service like they do where Stephanie and Journey have talked about?
I know that, I know that the schools, I've heard, I know the schools talk about Memorial Day and what it means. I know that we have, in this country, we have usually on Memorial Day weekend, it's the start of summer and the holiday. But, usually the people will put flowers on graves. If you go by the graveyards, you know which people were the service people because you can identify flower bouquets and but usually, and then you always I have a lot of my group of friends. They'll talk about their loved ones who they lost in the service, like their grandfather, or we'll hear some war stories, which is always, it's nice to remember. It's nice to keep that kind of remembrance of people who did serve.
Have you ever been to the wall?
I went to the wall in the Vietnam War wall, and my husband, he had a first cousin who was killed in Vietnam, and so we did an etching. We got up on a ladder and we etched James Zumbron. We etched his name and framed it. So I'm pleased to ask. I gave that to him about 6 or 7 weeks ago. I found it down the basement. But anyway.
So talking about this one reminds me of the book we just did for book club, where those two guys, we never did find out what their deal was in the war and how they got so messed up. Because you were saying people tell their war stories or whatever, remember?
Yes. Well, they're very quiet about them, aren't they, sometimes?
Yes.
Because things happen that people shouldn't, that people shouldn't see.
Right.
So I've got all the branches of the service right here. Look.
Oh, cute.
This is the Army, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the Marines, and the Navy. So,
Wow.
Oh,
I love these. And then I'm going to put the stars behind them like this when you open the card.
Wow.
There.
oh.
Bernie, I was thinking about you when I was making this card because this one does tell a story.
Yeah, it sure does.
Here, and Iwo Jima, back in World War II, when all the soldiers put the flag up after the battle, and look at this, they only put
So
3 soldiers, and I think that traditionally there were like 5. I think.
Oh.
But anyway,
Where did you get them, Linda?
huh?
Where did you get the images?
This was public domain. This one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
clip art library, and this was a free of a Veterans Day. These were individual, and I grouped. There were 2. I grouped them together. I took them apart and grouped them together.
Cute.
I love these little people. They make me smile. So, yeah. A lot of people don't like to talk about what happens when they've been to war. Oh, it must be so dreadful.
Right?
That's why I put this sentiment on my card. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but my sentiment says, remembering the worst of times and the best of America.
Oh.
So I thought that kind of captured Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what my dad said about the war?
What?
He said the worst thing for him, he said, was the smell. He said, he said people glorify things and that, but he said if you were there, he said the smell was horrendous of that, rotting bodies and that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they always glorify it on films and that, don't
Sure.
Yeah.
I never even really thought of that, but yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
they? Yeah, he said in all the mud and all the,
Goodness.
yeah. And my granddad was in the First World War and he got shot in the nose and the leg.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
But he was okay. He survived, but yeah.
Did he when he got shot in the nose, did he lose part of it or?
No, he was very lucky where it was, and he sort of had it was like a bulgy piece on the side of his nose, that you could see, but no, it was just part of his nose, yeah.
Goodness.
Well, that's a story for grandchildren.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scary story, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, my husband's dad was in the Air Force, and he was stationed in England, and that's where he met David's mom at.
Well, it's funny, Tammy, because only literally about 2 minutes walk from where I live and actually where our bungalow is was an army, not an army, it was BAD 21, which was the US Air Force, and where our British Aerospace is, they were stationed there as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She was from a small, she says it's small village called Ipswich, I think.
Ipswich is quite big now, but probably going back all those years ago, Tammy, it probably would be small. But now it is. Ipswich is quite big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Bernie making these poppies.
Little poppies. We had we've got a checkered history with because Australia itself hasn't gone to war. We've always been part of other, we've pitched in to help other countries' wars. So our returned servicemen that went to Vietnam, it's an awful story because when they came back, it was a war that a lot of people thought Australia should never have been involved in, and so it was my brother went. He was conscripted to go to Vietnam, And when they got back, a lot of them, in the past, like in World War One, World War Two, when they came back, there was, celebrations in the street and cheering and everything. But when they came back from Vietnam, it was quite the opposite. And they were spat upon. They were, it was absolutely horrible when you read the history about them. They're recognised now, but there was no celebrations in the street or anything like that. It was quite an awful time for Australian history in that regard because, it was just deemed as a war we should never have been involved in. And people took it out on the service people.
It was the same way here, and I didn't realize it was like that in Australia. They also were treated poorly.
Yes.
That's sad because they've been, at the end of the day, they've obeyed orders and they've gone, haven't they?
Exactly. That's exactly.
And here it was just based on conscription, was based on your birth date. So my brother, his marble came out, and so he went, and there's a wall here in Seymour. I'll see if I can find a picture and send it. And his name. So every person in Australia that went to Vietnam, it's called the Vietnam Wall, and now they've put it up and things like that. So it's
Isn't that interesting that y'all both chose that same saying? That they're going
it's very much resonates with both countries, I think.
At the end of the service, that's the thing that they say, all our services at the end.
Yeah.
And another one that I've got from my little bit of the card, they say, when you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today.
When you go
home. I love that.
And say, wow.
I'm going to use that.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And then I've got a little boy that's going to sit on top of it.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful, Steph.
I love it.
Lovely.
Perfect.
I love that silver background too. That's so pretty. It's brushed, isn't it?
It's a brush silver, And I just put trees on the bottom of it. I thought I put trees. And I tried, like Linda, I'm trying to sort of, all the forces. I thought when it's finished. I have got the Navy and I've got the Army and I've got the Air Force.
Wow.
It'll all be added.
So y'all have all the same there, Stephanie, in the UK? Army, Navy?
Yeah.
And you two?
We don't have the Coast Guard, though. Our Coast Guard here is voluntary.
Okay.
So it's not a service as such. We only have Air Force, Navy, and Army here.
We're the same. Ours, it's like Coast Guard, if you will, for that, and ours is voluntary.
Yeah.
We have the National Guard too.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And today I've had to scrub my hands because I'm like Bernie. I've been making poppies and I was colouring them, and my hands were bright red by the time I'd finished. So I had to go and scrub them to get it off.
So how did you make your poppies?
They were just an image that I got, and obviously cut them out. But then I've coloured them all, and obviously I've done a bit of blending, which I'm going to do to put them on.
Okay. Cute. OMG.
Oh, Linda, that's gorgeous.
Oh, look at that too.
Wow.
Got to figure out how to put this on here.
Bernie uses that acetate stuff a lot, don't you, Bernie?
Yeah, I have done. Yep.
And thanks to you now, Bernie, I'm using my laminating sheets.
Right.
And it works okay?
Yeah, super. And you never run out then, do you?
Nope.
I love the poppies. All that bright red, it just livens the card up.
And you know, it's funny, when I thought I looked for a red colour, you know, I went and I looked in my pro markers and picked this up. I thought, oh, that looks a nice red. That looks about right. When I look, it's called poppy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Aw.
So I thought, right, that's definitely the right one.
Yes.
So you're using that double stick tape, huh, Linda? That probably
Yes.
well on there.
I think that it does. Let's see. Ah.
So Joni wants to know, what's everybody think about Cricut coming out with new machines?
I didn't even know they are coming out with it. What are they coming out with?
A Cricut, an Explorer Air 3 and a Maker 3. And I've heard they're faster and can take longer rolls of vinyl. Honestly,
and paperless.
can take longer rolls, but I never felt like I ever wanted to make anything with a longer roll.
No.
Me either.
Well, so that doesn't
I
matter.
think that would be for somebody in business that's making a ton of the same shirts, you know. But I've never needed it.
I love my silhouette.
Right.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think,
do.
Joni? I guess they must have gotten a lot of backlash, though, based on the letter that whatever his name sent out saying why they did fixing the original machines.
Yeah, because they wanted to know why they making new machines instead of improving the ones they got.
Updating the software,
Yeah, the software's a biggie, isn't it?
Right. I feel bad because of somebody that I know just got really at a good price. I guess somebody was just selling it, quit using them. The Explorer Air 2, I guess, and a Joy. And I feel bad about her getting the Joy because, in my opinion, I don't know, people out there probably have the Joy, but in my opinion, the Portrait does everything, and the Joy can't do that much.
I know. You can't even print and cut from it.
No. So I think the Silhouette Portrait is a lot better deal.
Yeah, I think so.
About the same amount of money, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Janet says Cricut doesn't interest her at all. She loves the Silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Silhouette fan too. I
But
started
if you
out.
already have a Cricut, at least if you can use the business edition and use a better software. Yeah, Joni says the Joy is a joke. You know, if you have a little kid or something and they just want to make cards, but I just think you're so limited in what you can do with it.
Definitely.
But they really made you feel like you wanted one. They're good salespeople.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are.
they're very good.
They make you think things are so cute and tiny and cute.
Right.
Well, when I was in the mind to get a cutting machine, cute wasn't on my mind.
No.
I wanted to cut. We got grandkids that could be cute. We don't need cute machines. Of course, the Portrait is cute.
And it's light. And I mean,
Yeah.
I have the Silhouette, the Cameo 3 and the Cameo 4. I honestly never use them. Well, I also have the Cricut, but I just use the Portrait. It's my favorite because it's just so tiny. And it fits an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And that's all I ever use, 8.5 by 11. So
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't used my Cricut since I got that Portrait, and I absolutely love it.
I love the Portrait too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I've got the Maker, and I've still got it, but I've now got a Cameo 4 and a Portrait. But we keep the it's quite interesting talking about this service people. So my Nick used to be in the Air Force, and there's a Facebook group that he's on called ex-Raffies. So in Australia they're called Royal Australian Air Force. So they were always referred to as the Raffies. And last Christmas I just went online and found, I can go and get it in a bit, found the insignia of the Air Force and made him a nightlight. So it was the engraving tool.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that was just something I just found it wasn't quite right, but it served the purpose. And then because he loved it so much, he actually took a photo of it and put it on the ex-Rappies page. And people said, oh, you know, if you ever make them, you know, we'd buy one, blah, blah, blah. So we looked into it, and he had to actually get permission from the Australian Attorney General's Department to be able to actually use the insignia to sell. So it's a not-for-profit. He's just making them, and he obviously charges the people for postage and the nightlight bit. So we're keeping the cricket for that, but he's at the moment, I think he's up to making 150 he's made for to sell them for ex-servicemen. So they absolutely love them. But yeah, so we've had to get permission, and it was long as they were not, you know, we weren't making money on them. No, so that's what we're keeping the cricket for, is the engraving tool.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, Silhouette has an engraving machine, the Curio.
Okay. I didn't know that.
They do. The Curio can engrave and emboss.
Oh. And the only difference I found with the cricket and the Silhouette is the noise.
Right.
The Silhouette is so noisy compared to cricket, but I still love it more.
I do. At first time I used it, I thought there was something wrong, because it was.
Yeah.
It is quite loud, isn't it?
Yes.
You get used to it. After a while, it's, you know, I don't pay mine no attention. In fact, if it makes a strange noise, I know something's wrong, but I'm used to the noise that it makes.
Yes, me too. Oh, that's so cute.
I think the biggest draw is not the machine itself, because either one of the machines can basically do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's the software.
Absolutely.
You know, I think, you know, the software is just light years ahead of cricket.
Yeah, the software is absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
It is. And the good thing is, if you got a cricket, all you need is Silhouette software, the business edition. I think it'll be linked below the video, and get that, and you're in business, because you can take it to cricket and cut it yourself.
Yeah, and that friend of mine, like, we can use our Silhouette software without being online, right? It's just it's the computer program on our computer. She said that she said she has to, but I don't think you do. Do you?
You
she
do not.
You have to go online to use Cricket Design Space, but you don't.
Oh, the Cricket Design Space, yes. I don't know.
No, now you don't. They've changed it now.
Okay. And can you cut then without going online? Like, just hook your machine up to your computer?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be wireless or go through Cricut.
No, I think
you still have to have the program, but you don't have to go online as such.
Okay, so you can design, cut, print, cut, and do all that jazz without being online now.
I'm going to say yes, but because I'm curious now, because we're always online. I don't ever use the computer without being online, like as in the internet. So I'm
right.
But yeah.
No, I think you can, Bernie, because before I got the Silhouette, I'd started doing things and I wasn't online.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I saw. They changed it about last year sometime.
Yeah. The thing I hate, though, that you can't save things to your own computer. And
Yeah.
I mean,
they hold your designs hostage.
Right.
That's not right.
Linda,
I thought you said your card was going to be hard. Looks like you're
it was for
zooming
me.
right through it.
It really was for me. It was hard for me because in order to open this card.
Hold on, let me solo you. Okay.
Okay. There's the front, sorta. It's called an inside-out easel card. So you open it and you pull this around.
Oh my gosh! My goodness!
Put it in the easel like that.
Wow!
Like that.
Oh my god!
And then, but the back of the card.
Oh, no wonder.
If I can find the back of the card.
This seems like a never-ending card.
It
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Oh my goodness, love it. Are you still looking for the back?
Here's the back of the card right here.
Mm. Oh, look how cute
Oh,
that is.
fabulous.
Oh,
Oh, that is cute.
Okay, here's the thank you.
That's beautiful.
card. Thank you.
What are you ha-ha-haing about, Joni? Joni said, ha-ha. Is that a, did you put stars on that, or is that a pattern paper?
It's patterned paper.
Okay. Cute. And I think you must have done your stickers on your shiny paper or your embellishments.
Actually, I used a thick, almost like a thick photo paper instead of, I used glossy instead of matte.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Linda, I used your glossy paper yesterday and made or day before yesterday and made Carter's cake topper.
Oh,
Do you have that still, or did
doesn't
you-
it come out nice?
Yes. The only thing is, you know, you want to put it on heavy cardstock when you cut it out.
Right.
Oh, lining that sticky stuff up perfect on that cardstock was a nightmare.
Aw.
I finally figured out to cut the whole thing out, all the way out, and then peel back just a little at a time to get
and sometimes I go for the center first. Sometimes if they're, you know, I'll just hold it like, you know, you line up a couple of intricate pieces that you know, like this. This is double right here. I had to glue. For the stars, I cut out the stars out of glitter paper, and then I put I did a reverse release compound path so that I could get the solid stars, and I put those underneath, and I had to glue just like the sticker thing you were talking about. So I had to glue all these star points to that solid piece. So you know what I mean now, Tammy.
Yeah, mine was a circle. So, but I'd done Toy Story because that's his favorite, and it had Woody's head off of the circle. So I started with that to try to line it up.
Okay.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I do. I see it. Hold on, I
By
get
the
it.
way, Joni was
love these
laughing
guys.
because you couldn't find the back. Oh my gosh. Look what I'm seeing up there at the top of your screen. Music notes.
Oh, you know what I printed You're a Grand Old Flag.
Oh. Oh. It's upside down.
You know how I did this? Look at this. Where if I can find it. Hold on. Here's where I got that. Look, my kids when they were little, they had this We Sing America song. So on page 10 was George Cohen's song that he wrote in 1905.
Wow.
And I love this song, especially because every single day, my kids went to private school when they were little.
Mhm.
And in kindergarten, they all had Miss Garrity. And every single day they sang this song after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Aw.
And so I took a picture of it, sent it to my, it was in my, my phone camera, sent it to my Gmail. Then I sent it over to Silhouette, and I put it in here and made some,
So you made 2 or 3 offsets on it then that you colored?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So y'all see that she did like a white offset maybe, and then the blue, and then the red.
Oh yeah,
Another white.
I just brought a lot of patterns in with from the palette
Sure.
option that we have. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. I love our Silhouette so much.
I know. Mm.
So you want me to show on my cake topper?
Yeah.
All right, this is it.
Let me
Oh,
fold it up.
Gorgeous.
And I made it double-sided. Double-sided.
Oh, that's fab.
And he kept begging for it.
Yes, he wanted it. So of course I had to make 2 because because my other grandson would want one too. even though it's got Carter on there.
I like this too. This was on the cover of, see this little person.
Wait, let me see.
He was on the cover of Good Housekeeping, the July 1931. So I copied the image and then I used that eraser tool.
Yeah.
And I erased all the background around him, and then I put an offset.
Wow.
And I also put a ball on the top of the flagpole because there wasn't a ball. So I put a ball. Yeah, I made a circle.
Nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Very cute.
Adorable.
Janet said she likes your cake top. Cute cake topper.
Thanks. So, Stephanie, are you finished?
Oh, wait.
No, I'm
Bernie for a second. What you doing? What you doing, Bernie? You making an envelope?
I'm making an envelope. Because I'd finished my card, I thought I'll make an envelope. So for those that don't know how to make a random envelope, if you measure from diagonal to diagonal, and it is, and I haven't cut the right paper, that's okay, we'll get by. So this is 7 3/4. So you add an inch, but I've only added 7 1/2. So we'll see how we go. So then you measure 7 3/4, add an inch, and cut a square piece of. So this is now 8 1/2 inches. It should be 8 3/4. So we'll see how we go. And then you just plonk the card in the middle where you think it is, and then fold that bit up, and then that bit down. It'll just about work.
Oh yeah.
And then up. So here.
Oh yeah.
And, yep, and then here, and it's good for when you've got, like I've got the poppies that sit up a little bit.
Right.
And then there, and then take the card out and burnish those edges that you just folded. I didn't quite fold properly.
That is the best envelope I've ever seen.
So again,
And-
it's just measure the diagonal line and add an inch.
Yeah,
and
add
then
an
cut that
inch.
square.
And then you cut, hard to see on this paper. Let me see if I turn it over. So where these little bits meet up, you just trim those bits out. You'll see when you do it up close, and it just helps the envelope seal. You probably normally, because I would have added the extra 1/4 of an inch, you would have had a little bit more of a gap there. And then the envelope.
This is a terrific tip, though. I love this.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you?
Doesn't matter what size card you've got. Pardon me?
Could you do the very, very, very beginning again when you put your card there? Just that very
Sure.
beginning, because I usually have to watch the whole thing over again.
Oh yeah. To
So I
watch
had my
people
card
do it.
here, and
what
I
about
measured from here to here, and it was 7 3/4. And then you add an inch. So your piece of paper needs to be 8 3/4.
Squared. Okay, great.
Yep. So you have an 8 3/4 inch piece of paper, and then you just put. So you have usually put it on my 6 on my scoring pad, and I've got it down here. I put it where the marker, where also I put permanent marker there, so I can see the 6 down the bottom. It doesn't have to be, but I just like it to be straight. And then I line up the top corner on the 6 and the bottom one here on the 6. So I know that my piece of paper is sort of in the right spot. And then it's just by eye. You could probably measure, but I never do. And then you just sort of sit it where you want to sit it and start folding up, and then
That's
spin
brilliant.
it.
Yeah.
So it would only
Bernie,
work
what do you
on.
do for slim cards?
Sorry?
What do you do for slim cards?
Same thing.
Line.
Always. It's always diagonal and add an inch.
It doesn't matter if it's a rectangular shaped card.
Nope. I'll show you in a minute if I can find.
Yeah.
And so then I just put this. I put my glue runner on here and on here. Fold that up. So there's my card envelope, and it just goes in. Let's see.
You did it.
Oh. Whoops, put my copies in.
That's a great idea.
Probably should have done it. There we go. And now it fits. There's the envelope there.
Beautiful.
So the card fits.
No fancy tools needed, just a plain old ruler and a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And that's, so normally you'd have a bit longer here when you cut the extra. When I cut it properly, I should have had a little bit longer here. But that's it.
That's great.
So Linda, why don't you pretend like you're making an envelope for your card and show us what you do?
But do you want me to? I thought you wanted me to show you pinwheels today.
Oh, maybe first do this though, since we just learned about the card. So you do it diagonally again. Is that right, Bernie?
So I would,
Yeah,
so
I can.
So I would,
I was just going to cut a bit of into a rectangle. Very rough. So this is the rectangle, and again it's one. So it's 5 inches diagonally. So I would just cut a 6-inch square. So let me go here.
Which is
8
yours,
and a half.
Linda?
8 and a half.
So you'd have to cut a 9.5-inch square.
Yep. So 6-inch here and 6-inch here. This is going to be very rough.
What do you find a piece of patriotic paper?
Pardon?
What if I'm patriotic paper?
Now you didn't mark your first one. What are you marking now?
I'm just cutting a 6-inch square.
Oh, you're cutting the square. Okay.
That's all. I'm just measuring up so I can cut my very rough. It'll be. So there's my 6-inch square, and my card is.
I'm bewildered. You made this. Oh, you just make a square, even though the card is a rectangle.
Correct. Okay. And then it just pops in the middle, like so. So if I went back to my 6 and my 6, and then I would just line it up somewhere in the middle like that, and fold it up again. So it still always remains a square.
Okay.
Well, Bernie, if mine is like 9.5, if I have a little balk to my card, would it?
That's why you add the inch.
Right. But mine's I got a lot of box.
You got a lot of box, yeah. You might need to make a box card for yours, but this is. I'll just show you this finish. Woo. This one you can probably see this one. I didn't center it properly, so this is what happens. So here I've got this triangle that I'm cutting out is much bigger than this one over here because I didn't line it up in the middle.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I don't mind. It's an envelope.
It's doing basically what the envelope maker does. That's exactly what it does. You line it up and score it like hers is scored, and the little thing cuts out that triangle.
Okay, I'm doing this, Bernie. I'm going for it.
Okay. Is your paper 9.5 inches square?
And then here.
9.5. Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get this lined up here. Okay. But you just eyeball it, right?
If I was doing it properly, I just used my scoring pad. So there's my envelope now, and there's my card, and it just fits in there.
Perfect.
It's not quite straight.
Yeah, but we get the idea for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh, wait, Linda. Oh, yeah,
What?
you're doing. Oh, open those up and then fold that, and then that gives you the area where you cut
Yep,
the little
yeah.
notches.
Yep. And then you just burnish those edges and get them crisp.
I've got it. I think I do.
Open the side and burnish that, and then you're going to cut those little triangles
Yep.
out.
Yeah. So,
Don't fold it together yet. Cut your triangles out
yeah.
on each point. You still busy down there, Stephanie?
Yeah. It's nearly done now. It's coming together.
Oh, beautiful, Stephanie.
Oops. Yep.
So Janet says you are all so talented and sharing great hints in every Digi Chicks video.
And now, Linda, you just need some tape on the two diagonals on the bottom. Lift up. Yep. And those. Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was such a great tip. Oopsie. Now let's see if I can get this thick cord in here.
Yep.
That.
Ta-da.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Jesus.
And, you know, Linda's going to put a seal of some kind on the back.
Oh, thank you, Tammy.
I already know.
Look,
On the
I'll
back?
do this. Look.
Yes.
Oh.
How about
Wow.
Cute.
Yeah.
Will that be good?
Yes.
Yes.
I got to figure that out. I'm not going to do it right now.
No, because you got to show
No.
your card.
Right.
I could put partial.
There you go.
I got to get a 3-inch. Oh, I just happen to have one here. 3-inch punch. I need a 3-inch circle.
Oh. She says she's learned so much from you girls. And
And
thank
you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Llewellyn.
Thank you. That's a nice color.
I learned so much from these girls. My goodness. Jeez, it's amazing.
I'm just going to reinforce this to make it a nice thick seal.
Oh, no. Stephanie, what you doing down there with that bottle of stuff?
I've just put, hold on a minute. I'm off the wrong way around. I've just put glitter in the poppies.
Oh, look how beautiful.
Beautiful.
But yeah, they're just, and so I'm just going to do some with the little boy as well, some in round doors as well.
So what do you have in your hand? What is that? Is that just a pen or is that
It's a glue pen, you know, to just sort of rub glue in. So I'm just giving them a nice. I haven't got black, but it's like a midnight blue glitters. I thought it would just sort of bring them to life a bit.
No, it does.
Beautiful.
Johnny said, wow.
These things are amazing.
I'll just give it a bit of a.
Y'all are artists.
I'll have to get a paintbrush, but I think that's sort of, can you see, it's just giving it some.
Oh, beautiful.
Just giving him. My favourite's the little boy. I think he's gorgeous.
I love that.
Yes.
It's so cute.
Aww.
Yeah.
I like the plane dropping down the poppies too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is awesome.
I tried to sort of, I've tried to involve everybody.
Johnny said it makes the poppies pop.
Yeah, poppies pop. Yeah, it does. I'm just going to pop and get a paintbrush to brush the bits off that are lying about, and then I think it's nearly done then. I'll just get a paintbrush. There is another thing as well with this, how you actually fold it up as well. Lift my camera up a bit higher, and then, so if you look, and whoops, take that back there. Obviously, that's the front of the that's the front of the card.
Oh, beautiful.
Wait, let us look at it for a minute. So pretty. Let's see the front again, please. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, look, you put a poppy on him too, or did that come like that, or did you
No,
fix that?
it came like that with the poppy.
Oh, love it.
And I embossed that with trees at the bottom so that it, you know.
It's beautiful stuff.
And then on the back, I did the Flanders beans, and then just cut the poppy to put in the back of that.
Beautiful.
But then in the middle, obviously that's got to fold up, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you do, only half of this is stuck down with dimensionals, and this half is stuck down with a Velcro. You know, Velcro fastener, so that you can go. You put the little boy down, it folds down, and then that will actually push in and fold and close.
Wow.
And then obviously when you open it up again, it's the Velcro, the little Velcro fastener that presses down onto it, and then the little boy can stand back up.
That is awesome.
So that's my card finish, girls.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Love it. Love it.
But I do think that's a really sad sentiment, that.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But it pokes your heart in a way that it makes you remember, and I love it. It's very heartfelt, and
and with the little boy there. Oh
yeah. Picking the poppy.
The essence. It captures the essence, Stephanie, of the theme, I think.
That those who didn't come back from war, they gave their today, didn't they?
They gave their all.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's mine done.
Beautiful.
And now we'll come.
Alrighty. So
mine is very similar in sentiment to Stephanie. So at the going down of the sun and the morning, we will remember them. So it's got the Flanders Fields Cemetery in the background with some poppies. I've made 2 poppies there, and on the back I've just got lest we forget, and you can write the sentiment wherever you want.
Oh, I love it.
Bernie.
And that's an Australian soldier. So Australian soldiers wear the slouch hat. So it's a hat like, if you look up slouch hat, you'll understand. So that's what he's wearing, is a slouch hat.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
Awesome card. I love
Now,
it.
what branch of the service wears the slouch hats, or do they all?
Pardon?
Do all branches wear that type of hat?
No, just the army.
Just the Army, okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well done, Bernie. That's awesome.
Did you say Nick was in the Army?
Air Force.
Oh, he was in the Air Force, okay.
Did he fly? Did he
No,
fly?
he didn't fly planes. He went in planes. He was purchasing, so he went out and in supply chain so he purchased all the things that they needed.
Wow.
Oh, neat.
So Johnny wants to know, do y'all have someone in mind that you're giving your cards to?
I don't. I'll probably just give it to Nick.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, my husband was in the army, but no, I think mine will probably go to the British Legion.
Oh, that's sweet.
Because what they do, they have sort of stalls when they're selling the poppies and that. So I might just sort of give it to them, to stand on the stand.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. And you, Linda?
Well, my son is in the Army. He's a molecular biologist for the Army. He's a major, and I'll let him. He can have it if he wants, but he has 5 kids, so it would only last a day. I'm just being honest. Let's face it. I love them all to death, but
So in other words, she'll let him look at it. You just take it home with him.
The kids would want to play with it, wouldn't they? And as you say,
Yeah.
Oh, you should
All right.
see them make it in this craft room. Oh my word! So,
Can you flip it for us one more time? And hopefully, Joni, she can find the back.
yeah. So this is the sort of the front, and you open it and twist it around like this, and keep going, and then you flip it like this.
Oh, that's
So
brilliant.
that it's actually stands like this.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I wanted to include the 5 branches of the service. I didn't think of the National Guard, but anyway, and then I put this, I put these the 3 soldiers. At first, I thought it looked like they had World War I hats, but anyway, and I just said thank you, and remembering the worst of times and the best of America.
Oh,
And so then here's the back of it from all of us. And I just put,
cute.
So.
And look at your bow.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue bow.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
And a little star.
So Linda, did you make the thank you and the from all of us? Is that on your cricket or is that a stamp, a die?
I made that from scratch.
Okay.
I made all these are from scratch. I have a whole bunch of them now. I didn't put these through the and I put it through the laminator with the foil because I used the laser jet printer. So I like the ones that I didn't cut out more than I like the ones that I did cut out. See the difference? I thought this was a lot more bold because initially I was going to use the cutout one because I thought it was more intricate, but I just liked the look of how it popped out with the white background against the star pattern. I just thought it popped better. So that's why I did that. So now I've got to get it back together. Wait a minute.
Johnny said spin it around. She wants you to spin it around slowly so they can see each scene, Linda.
Oh, you want to spin it? Wait, I gotta get it back together. Okay, are you ready, Joni? Wait a minute. Oh, I'm still working here. Wait a minute. This is so complicated for me. It just is.
Like refolding a map.
Okay, ready? Okay, so you open it up, and you there's a flap here on the inside, and you pull that toward you, and you just keep turning it around.
No, slow so they can see each piece. That's what she wants to see.
Okay, all right. Let me try it again. Okay, now it's closed, and here's the back of this part. Now, okay, so you open the card slowly, you pull the easel part around, turning while you are moving it, and it slides into whatever you've put here. It's rather large, to tell you the truth. You've got to be careful what you put up here to make sure that you have the space for when you turn this whole thing down. So I think you can have up to like 4 inches or something like that. In fact, I should move these guys up a little bit, because I don't know if you can see this, but their little feet are getting twisted.
Oh,
See? They're
We couldn't see it. You had to point it out. And
you know, all I have to do, and I'm just thinking of this now, I'm tucking this in here. You know how we can fix anything when we're...
Why, sure.
I fixed it.
There you go.
Anyway, but it stands very nicely. Yeah, this would last about an hour up there.
Especially when they try to put it back together.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't. And then look at it. This floats. I use the acrylic strips, and it looks like a floating stars.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Beautiful, Linda.
They've all done such amazing jobs.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Oops, we both did it, Tammy.
We did.
Go ahead. All right. So Stephanie, everybody put their card flat, because I'm going to try to get a screenshot of it. So we'll need yours down, Steph, I think, so we can see the front.
Yeah, I'm going to put it down. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll bring that down a bit and then
Stephanie, yours would be better, I think, if you could
hold it up.
hold it up but down. You know what I mean? Hold it in your hands but face it up. A little bit further, like take the top down.
Top down. Yeah,
See?
there.
Yeah, and pull it up. See, now we get to see those sparkly, beautiful puppies.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh,
Beautiful.
Got it.
And that silver behind there really looks like the sky, kind of like.
Yeah.
oh, it's beautiful.
It's just so shiny. All of them are beautiful. And with my screen, Bernie, yours looks like there's some kind of water beneath your ribbon. Do you see the movement? Do y'all see it, or is it just?
I know. I don't know why it's doing that. This is on my new computer, and it's annoying me. I don't know why it's doing it.
I don't see it.
Here.
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, I do too. And since I've got my new computer, today's the first time I've used the camera, and I thought, oh, it's like, yeah, it's not quite right, but I'll fix it.
Oh.
But you know what? It's really poignant. The way your card lies, then you can really see the graves going on, and it really,
You can.
yeah,
Yes.
that is really poignant.
It reminds me of a book cover.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Oh, it's
Okay.
They're awesome.
Thank you.
Did you have yours right side up before? Can you make yours right side up? It's sideways right now, and I want to get one more shot.
Linda.
well.
Good.
If I put this way, you can't get a shot of the top.
Oh, never mind. I got it before. Well, yeah, I got something before that will work, I guess. Will work.
If you do it this way, you can always use your.
Well, I was doing them all together, like a screenshot of everybody.
yeah.
together.
Yeah, kind
me
of
see if I can raise
Like that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Let me get this junk out of the way. It's half my craft rings back here. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Push it up further.
There you go.
Right there. I don't know what.
Cool. Beautiful. Okay.
They are awesome.
Do you want to see these little pinwheels real quick or not? We have time.
You know what? Let's save those for the next one, or for a kit that we'll do or something, and maybe you can be a guest, show her how to do something. Yeah. What do you think, Tam?
I think that's a good idea.
This is already
We can-
gone.
Yeah, we can spotlight them. Yeah.
All right.
Linda, what printer do you use? Sorry, Linda, what printer do you use? Yours is just, they just look beautiful for those little emblems.
Yeah, Hewlett Packard.
Okay.
An HP. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
All right. I'm going to hang up.
I use,
I'm going to go.
I use the the effects button to make the colors more vibrant with saturation, brightness, and contrast. I put my papers through that also and experiment with colors with the inks.
Yeah, okay. All right. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Digi Chicks. And we'll see you in 2 weeks with another episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Bye.